In this week's episode of Triple T,
we did it.
Oh,
We're back.
Yeah.
And look who's back. Back again. The Yo-Yo King, Burley, is back. Apparently, we're going to have to get rid of a T because lately it's been the duos. But that's okay. It's the holidays. It's busy time of the year. It's almost Thanksgiving and all that good stuff. So for all you meat eaters that love a good bird, you guys are going to love Thursday. For all you people that don't eat meat,
a big turkey guy?
I enjoy turkey. I'm not like it's not like my go-to. Like I don't go order a sub and be like turkey.
Do you ever crave like a turkey sandwich?
Nah, not really.
Okay.
Only because I think it's a pain in the ass to cook a turkey. You know what I mean?
Sucks, dude. It's a dry bird and it's just.
Yeah, thankfully.
I've had it all the ways.
Yeah, you have. Yeah. It's not. You're right. I mean, if I'm gonna have turkey, I'm gonna throw some gravy or something on it. I mean, I'm not just craving
You're not
big
raw
chunks
dogging the turkey, dude.
Nah. And anybody that says that the turkey is a spare, it's a pretty good deli meat. I'll give it that. But you're putting a bunch of shit on it. I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna
you're covering it. Shit. Yeah.
Not gonna just eat slices of turkey, but
yeah, turkey stinks. You hear that, big turkey? Come at us.
But I guess most of the time we got turkey, we got ham. There's other stuff.
Ham is good. Honey ham is good.
Love a good ham.
Is there like a lot of turkey farms up there? You?
I wouldn't say a lot.
Be turkey area by you.
I mean, there's a lot of wild turkeys.
What's the livestock near you?
Cow. A lot of cow.
A lot of cows. Okay.
Dairy. Big dairy up here.
Okay.
Lots of that. And there's even a place around here that was able to take all the cow shit and be able to convert it into energy. There's enough cow shit that's produced in one farm that could power the entire city. It's a bigger place. It's not Houston big, but they could take that shit, convert it into some. And I'm not a scientist. We just time travel.
No, this is scientific. I like the way you're saying this.
And they could turn it into power that could generate enough power for an entire year easily from one farm. But they can't get the old school mentality to buy in, I guess. Somebody was talking to me about it the other day because in my day job, there's heating, there's air, there's stuff, and it was just a side conversation that happened, and I'm like, that's pretty wild.
Just started shit talking.
Hey,
that's all I can come up with. That entire time, I was sitting there going, "Shit joke here, shitty job, shitty pay, shitty something here." That's all I can.
And it's just funny because when I look at, and it's funny because it's dairy, the pattern of the hoodie that Burley's wearing, it just reminds me of a cow. Not. You guys stay out of the comments. Do not call Burley a cow. I'm just saying the pattern looks cow-like.
Call me
you can milk them
and call me the Moo Moo King. How about that? Yeah, I am milkable.
He is milkable.
Milk me
I got nipples.
Sideways.
Can you milk me, fucker? That's a movie quote. Probably not in the year here, and obviously we're missing Gute. Not really sure what's going on with Gute. I tried reaching out.
Gute might be dead.
Hopefully, no, Gute's never going to be.
Let's start.
I mean, he's going to be eventually. We rest in peace to Gute. If everybody can throw that in the comments, R.I.P. Up, down, left, right, just like Nintendo to the Gute man. But he's our movie guy, so we're going to fill in just like we filled in with some music. And unfortunately, the week that Burley comes back, it's probably not going to be the greatest music in our opinion, but he's probably found some good stuff. I'm saying this, not looking at the notes. I'm going to tell you, and this we're not going back too far. We're going to 2016 because we said, what week we doing, fellas? Not 30s, not 40s.
Yeah, no.
We've hit the 50s, 60s, 70s pretty good the last week, and there was a gap in the in the sheet that we look at, and it was 2010 and up. So we said, hey, let's go 2016. We're going to travel back there. Before we do, let's go over our top 10. We do it later in there, but we are up to date. Let's go top 10 music years. Coming in at number 10, 1991. Thanks to Chip from 3 Overs Daily for recommending that. 1989, 1983, 1977, 1994. And we have a new player in the game, 1971. Recommended by Euban. Whacking Up was top 5. Number 4, 1997. Number 3, 2008. 1974. Number 2, picked by Burley. Shocker. Music. Good. And our number 1 ranked year for music, the year 2000, baby.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be real hard to beat the year 2000.
It is.
Did you seen that Y2K movie that just came out?
No.
Oh.
Remember, I'm not the movie guy.
Oh, yeah. Well, today, sir.
No.
There's a Y2K movie
It's funny. I can't sit down and watch a movie, but I can get through a good majority of a Joe Rogan podcast, which is longer than most
it's like 3 hours, dude. Yeah.
Top 10 movies. Speaking of movies, we have a new player in the game. Number 10, 1983, 1991. New, cracking the top 8 is 1960, which we did last week. And 2012, 2000. So 2000, probably the most popular year of anything, being here at number 6. Number 5, 1974, 1989, 1993, 1997. And the number 1 year for the top 10 movies ranked by the guys from Triple T, 1994.
Yeah.
Recommended by Sarah from In a Pickle Radio, our only female viewer, I'm pretty sure, in anything we do. Shout out to her.
Shout out.
Yeah, go check out In a Pickle Radio if you like the other side of sports. I love what they do. Like, did you know that there was a guy that got hit right in the balls and actually had damage and I think had to have surgery by getting hit with a hockey puck? That happened. That's the kind of news that they're going to cover.
That's the dangers they don't talk. CTEs for pussies, dude.
Yeah, BTE is the trauma.
Yeah, dude, that's the bumper sticker, bro.
Yeah. Feel free to steal that one, Sarah, and send us a T-shirt for Christmas. But before Thanksgiving and all the breaks and everything happens, let's time travel. What do you think? Let's get into this.
Go, dude. Let's go.
Want to just go, or you want to warm up the time machine? I don't even know if we have to warm it up. Do we?
We can see if it. Yeah, nothing's happening. So I think it's just gonna go.
I think I heard it on my end.
Oh,
but that's
is that me or you?
That's me.
Oh, okay. Yes, nothing's happening over here.
Call me Joe Flacco. I'm the backup, baby.
Oh, Flacco.
Let's go now.
So I learned a new thing whenever we're sharing the screen. Whoever's on the top of the pillar of the totem pole of us on the side, their face is just the logo of the podcast.
Yeah. And if you notice on a couple of episodes that are very heavy with screen sharing, I put the logos on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Because, like I said, somebody gets covered. That's the one thing on Riverside that does stink, but I think it's going to... You can't really edit the scenes as much unless you're on the pro plan, but it turns out the pro plan is like $500 a month, and we don't make more than $5 a month, so it's kind of out of budget.
When was the last thing you used the editor in Riverside? And not to go this route.
So if anybody wants some behind the scenes, what I do is I usually edit all the video audio in Riverside. The only thing I do then is I export it, use other software to do the this week on the Triple T podcast or whatever, and then clip it.
Well, the reason I ask is they just sent out an email saying they just made some sort of crazy changes to the editor, so I didn't know.
So you can adjust some of the screens for like clips, and you can shrink a little, but you can't quite redo your whole thing. Like, you know what I mean? So
it's getting
better. They're always getting better. I love it. And you can always tell by the chat forums when a big update is coming because there is issues with some things. Sometimes the sound gets out of sync, this and that. But what a lot of people don't realize is when you're in the editor and you're doing the edits, it isn't exactly what you see. It's just a little bit delayed. So you do all your edits, you do all your stuff, you export it, watch the video. It's going to be fine. Little tip for anybody on the Riversides. I mean, there is no way that the Beard Law Studio could do what it does, honestly, without it. So...
Without Riverside.
Without the Riverside. And
Shout out Riverside, dude.
We love it. And
why aren't they our exclusive sponsor? Did they make sunglasses?
They don't. They don't make sunglasses. They don't make vodka. They don't make underwear. But we do have a code, and if you guys do, you save some money, and we get a little kickback. Somebody out there uses us. We get $3.90 a month of the $5 that we make for profit. So shout out. I'm pretty sure it's Barrel Aged Flicks that does it, in our boy Gute. But I mean, shit, dude, we pay we pay $29 a month to be able to use the studio and stuff like that. We
both do, yeah.
I mean, we should just combine our powers at one point. I mean,
no, dude, we would be too powerful. That's the problem. And Riverside knows this. Yeah, Riverside knows this, dude. They would know it would be too powerful, too strong.
All right, but with that being said, we're not going to get into all the organic ads at this point. Just be an adult. Look in the description. Click some links. Go support. It's Christmas season. Support good businesses. We're only part of good businesses, in our opinion. Anybody that we love and rep, rumor has it, we haven't sold a single pair of Timber Race. And that's a little
Rumor has it.
That's a little
2016.
What's the word?
Disappointing. Disappointed.
Yeah, all of those.
It's
Somebody
early.
go buy a pair of timber rays.
Yeah, buy some timber rays.
Come on.
You know what? I've used these in a lot of different situations in the
It's a rumor.
bedroom.
I can't confirm. I'm just thinking.
I mean, I know I've purchased a few, but I'm thinking about installing some those little motorized wiper blades right here
Ooh.
for in the bedroom because it would come in handy. But I have to keep them on in the bedroom because I'm that good.
It's
that good.
Yep. Corey Hart style, baby. Speaking of music, let's get into it. You're saying it's not bad, huh?
It's not bad for music, dude. Rock is still not really, a thing. We've established that in like 2010 or something like that. It's kind of dead.
Yeah.
But we got some banging hip hop albums out this year, dude. Okay, we're gonna start with one that's gonna tie into the movies, dude. But
okay,
the Suicide Squad, the one with Will Smith, the soundtrack to that movie goes so fucking hard.
Really?
That it won. It had to have won a bunch of awards. I'm not going to say it won because I don't remember. But Purple Lamborghini with Rick Ross and Skrillex is still one of the hardest songs ever made. Action Bronson, he does a song on there that's fucking...
He's awesome.
Awesome. Fucking, what's her name? Skylar Grey, the I Need a Gangster song is on there. But dude, that whole...
Eminem's on there?
Dude, the whole album's great. The whole album is great start to finish. That soundtrack does not get enough love, dude. It is so good.
Interesting.
At the same time, we got Post Malone's first famous album is out.
Oh,
this is our introduction to the wiggeriness.
What genre was he in?
He was very wiggery.
Was he?
Yeah, he had the long braids, tight braids. Can you look up Post Malone 2016?
On it right now, brother. Because
this is he was a marketing mastermind.
It's not going to be the video, but I'm going to just show the picture of a video that was a New York 2016 of Posty on MTV News.
Yeah.
Oh,
if it's the hairstyle I remember, it's hilarious.
It's the hairstyle you remember. I'm fairly certain here. Here we go.
Oh no,
that's
him starting to get disheveled. Nah,
okay.
He used to keep it tight. Let me pull it up.
All right. Well, either way, Posty. Post Malone 2016. Let me click the old images real quick. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he had some toit braids, dude.
I got you. Right here. This is Posty.
Yeah, there we go. That's White Iverson right there, dude.
Yep. He's got ties to my area, schools that I went to as a kid and stuff like that, and he's somehow tied into the wife's family, which are super musical as well. Like there's like a distant cousin something of that.
He was from Dallas.
He grew up in the Syracuse, New York area, or spent some time in there at some point. I'm fairly certain he was born in Syracuse and then was a transplant into the Texas area. Could be making that
There's
up.
no trans. Yeah, Syracuse, New York.
Yep.
Let's see here. Yeah, I could have swore he was a Dallas guy. Or maybe he just, like you said. Hometown is Grapevine, Texas. So he was born in Syracuse. Let's get into his early life. Born in 95. He's so young.
So young. Hey, congratulations. He's going to be, he's a July 4th kid. He's going to be, imagine being born on July 4th and celebrating your 30th birthday. You guys want to be around him in 2025 on July 4th? I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah. So he was 9 years old and he moved to Grapevine, Texas. Small town, by the way.
Yep. Yeah, see, I knew there was some roots. I knew a little bit about him, but yeah. It explains. Right. Super, super talented. Wife's family, super, super talented.
Found him on the internet, dude. He was just posting acoustic guitar videos in his goddamn apartment, sitting on the floor Indian style. It's crazy, dude.
It is crazy.
And what is also crazy is 2016 was almost 10 years ago. That's fucking... I just had that real revelation. That hurts my feelings a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Yeah, so we got White Iverson and congratulations. That's what you'll tell him on his birthday. So they say congratulations.
I made it to 30, and there's Iverson has a 3 and then a 0, and there's a weird typo there somewhere. That's a bad joke. Move on. I'm gonna edit that out.
Were you a Childish Gambino fan?
Nah, I can't say I was.
Really?
I mean, I probably know some of the music, but I don't own any of the music. He's talented.
He's really good. Like,
Yep.
he's really good. Like,
Yep.
and especially on this album, the Bonfire album is fucking fire.
Ooh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Someone said he was smoking. Tell me he did some kind of thing with like s'mores or marshmallows, because that's what you think when you think bonfire, right?
Man, I think of the University of Texas disaster. Remember that?
Yeah.
They decided to build a skyscraper of wood and set it on fire.
In an area that's typically pretty dry.
I mean, I guess they did it every year. I never heard of it until the disaster happened, but yeah.
That's usually how things go.
Let's see. So we got Sober by Childish Gambino and Bonfire. That was the big hits of the year, but he had 2 albums in 1 year. Not a lot of people do that.
Not nowadays. Back in the days, wasn't there somebody that we talked about that did like 5 albums in a year or something crazy back in the day?
That's right. Who was that?
I think 5 albums was like a bunch of things, but there was somebody I think we did. Go back and watch it and then put in the comments because we don't remember.
Yeah, we don't have the time. Gosh. Okay, I cannot think of the tune of this song in my head now, but now I have to look it up. You got to give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
For
Which tune?
Starving by Haley Seyfried. I think you'll know it, but I was embarrassed.
Starving by Gary and Haley Steinfeld?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to listen to it too, just in our heads.
Yeah,
I got a very loud ad, and I don't like that ad. All right, let's skip the ad. Let's hear this. I don't know it. Oh, there's a girl, and then there's a guy with no shirt dancing. Do you know it? You're muted. Oh, okay, maybe you're listening to it, so it doesn't. You don't know why you're muted? No. Probably press the mute. Either way, I'm going to try to read Burley's lips and translate it. God damn it. Oh, he's back.
Okay, we're back. Dude, I could not unmute. It would not let me unmute it. That was crazy. Yeah, so this is that. I never knew that I was starving till I tasted you. That song.
Ooh.
And like, dude, it's the stupidest song ever, but I was gaying out in my car so hard. I'm like, till I tasted you. Oh, man, you're so gay, Burley. Come on now.
Come on now.
Get it together. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Thought about just jerking my car off into off the bridge.
Checking the oil, you know what I'm saying there?
Yeah. But yeah, that song's low-key a jam. Bruno Mars. I don't know how you feel about Bruno Mars, but
I don't hate him.
That's what I like.
He put out some bangers. I mean, and he's kind of been a person that hasn't really done anything wrong out there, right? Has he? Like,
Have you ever seen that hilarious picture of a not famous Bruno Mars seeing the bass player for Fall Out Boy?
No.
Yeah, pull this up. The paparazzi got a picture of the Fall Out Boy bass player walking down the street, and in the background you see a non-famous Bruno Mars looking back like, holy shit, is that fucking so-and-so?
Bruno Mars, bass player.
Yeah, just type in Bruno Mars Fall Out Boy, and I guarantee the picture will come up.
Bruno Mars, Fall Out Boy. All right. Oh, yeah, in 2008.
Yeah, a non-famous Bruno Mars just walking like, whoa, look at that guy.
That's pretty funny. Here, let's put this up here so we can't.
Pretty funny.
That is pretty funny. Isn't it funny how quick life changes?
Everything changes in life.
Talented dude.
What song
he's
was
got
that?
a good voice. He's got sweet dance moves. He's done Super Bowls. There's not a lot he hasn't done.
Well, here's the argument: is like, were they trying to bring back a Michael Jackson flavor in 2016?
That's
Just
the
between
vibes yeah.
Between The Weeknd and Bruno Mars?
Mm-hmm. Did he ever do any covers of Michael Jackson stuff?
I don't know.
If that was the game, did they ever try to actually Let's go all in on it.
If you were to pick one of the two, who you think would do a better Michael Jackson between Bruno and The Weeknd? The Weeknd's pretty good. Dude.
Weeknd's pretty good. I'm not gonna. Fine, you go Weeknd, I'll go Bruno, and then we have it covered.
I mean, if you listen to "Can't Feel My Face" or "The Hills" by The Weeknd, dude's got pipes.
Got pipes. How many people, though? I mean, through the years, we've time traveled on this show. There's been some super talented people. Imagine the amount of talented people that never really got a chance because of the lack of technology, and of the people back in the day that could have been even better with some technology. You know what I mean? Like nowadays, like people are going viral, singing karaoke at a bar, or they're doing this, or they're on TV shows, getting a chance, and it's like, imagine 40s, 50s. The 30s and 40s would have been a lot better if they had technology. I guarantee it.
Well, here's what's fucked up too: is that there is way more talented people out there than we can really grasp. Right?
Even right now, yeah.
Right this very second, there is somebody that is possibly the most talented person on the planet that will be overlooked and live in a life of squalor. You know why? Because it's just like we were talking about the other day, dude. These companies, they look at your followers. They look at are you marketable on a social media platform?
Yep.
You have to be an influencer for, was it me and you that had this conversation? I had an argument about this the other day with somebody.
I think it was me.
You have to be as far as an artist goes, like name a popular singer right now that got famous just from their singing and not from their social medias and all this other stuff, like doing things. Just name one that you heard the music before you heard their name. It's very rare, dude.
I'm gonna bring up the just like Billboard Hot 100 as of today at the time of the recording. Shabuzi.
Yep.
Sure came from, you know what I mean?
He's famous from that cover. He did a cover of Everybody in the Club Getting Tipsy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you have Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars is number 2, which...
What we know about Lady Gaga from all her crazy antics.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And then you got Billie Eilish. Is that how you say it?
Billie Eilish.
Eilish? Yep. Well, that's a fucking weird way to spell it.
She's very famous.
She's pretty famous, yeah.
Yeah.
She's pretty famous. Sabrina Carpenter.
I've heard that. Yeah, I was about to say my kid likes her. I don't know anything.
Yep. But
Wait, I do know that. I do know that she sings a song about working at the gay club, at the Pink Hippo or something. Pink Elephant. Pink Flamingo. What's the name of the song?
I'm assuming, and I don't know a lot about her, but I would have to imagine she looks young. I would have to imagine it came from social media.
How is she? Scale 1 to 10, dog.
On looks or skill?
Yeah, check her age first and then answer the question.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't. She landed a lead role in Girl Meets World in 2014. That's how she became.
Boom.
So she became something else. But,
you just proved my point for me. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
yeah. All right,
I'm gonna say so. She just to throw that out there, she's 25.
All
she's
right,
from Quakertown, Pennsylvania. She's 5 foot tall.
Oh, now we're talking. Now we're talking.
If I'm going 1 through 10 based on just looks, I'm going to say like a 6.2.
It's pretty solid. Pretty solid.
Then you got Teddy Swims, number 5.
Never heard of him.
He was covers and went viral on social media as well.
Oh, there you go.
And then you got Post Malone. You got the Carpenter Girl again. Benson Boone.
Got nothing.
Know. The kid loves the song. Loves the song. I'm not sure how he got his. He's also 20-something. But either way. And then you got Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, he got famous for saying the N-word. Throwing shit off of a balcony. Nah, he actually puts out
Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll. Another one that was famous on the internet for being a big fat rapper.
There we go.
And then he did a country move, you know.
Benson Boone became famous through a combination of factors that was American Idol, TikTok.
Boom, 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 boom.
So?
I can't help but be right.
And we're going to end that conversation on Burley being right, because it can't get any better for us, right?
Make that the clip. Fucking, that's going to be people talking. All right, let's go. Okay, so Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City. That was my introduction to Kendrick Lamar, was that album.
He's so talented.
God, he's good. He just dropped a surprise album on Friday.
Surprise!
It's okay.
Yeah.
When he has a passion project like fucking up Drake, everything was good. but I am partial to I hate Drake, so
Yeah.
I don't like Drake at all. But he also
Tony.
He had, you know what? I didn't like Drake before Tony. How about that? I hated Drake when Tony had hair.
Shit, that was a while ago. This is coming, and hey, this is coming from a guy that can't grow hair. Here, it just I wear a hat and I sprout it down because I feel like I'm digging the dirtbag look.
Well, this is coming from a guy who's got good hair, dog.
Great hair, you son of a bitch.
Let me see. There's one more before I want to really dive in. Oh, the Chainsmokers, Closer. This was a huge hit because even my mom knew this song. She's like, "What do you think he means by this?" You remember this?
Interesting name of a music group in the time that they became popular, though, right? Like when smoking isn't really prevalent. Maybe it should have been.
I think they're British.
Oh,
so they couldn't call them fat smokers.
Well, not only that, but like chain smoking. You know what I mean? Like you're lighting, and maybe kids. Well, I don't think kids should be listening to this, but chain smoking, you're lighting your next cigarettes with the cigarette in your mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which was a thing.
You were pretty cool as a teenager if you did that.
You were, yeah. And then there's a lot of things that you were really cool as a teenager that if you continue those things, you are a huge loser later in life. When you're the guy when you're known as the class partier in your yearbook or whatever, if that was still a thing or was a thing, and you continually be in the class partier in your late 20s, early 30s, 40s, 50s, you're a loser.
I kind of feel like you're calling me out, but it's fine.
No, I'm not, because listen, I might have been that guy. I wasn't the class partier in the yearbook, but I had a hard time turning it off until thankfully I had a kid and was like, time to grow up.
Oh, I waited till 2024. So that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, but you're younger than me, so it's okay. We'll go with that. Maybe it's a year.
Yeah, maybe. I figure I had to get it all out before I'm 40.
Yeah.
All right, dude. And last but not least, if you have not heard this album, just fucking, you have to. You need to. It's worth vinyling. It's worth vinyling.
Ooh.
Life of Pablo by Kanye West.
Okay.
It is start to finish. You have to listen to it in order.
Okay.
Because actually all his albums up until like maybe the last two, and you might have an argument for it there too, but all his albums, like he's on record being like from early ages, like my albums are like Scorsese. You need to listen to them in order. Like pulling
that's how they're produced and written. So
yeah. Exactly. He's just like, yeah, there's hits on the radio, but it doesn't make any sense. You think that I'm just a fucking this, and this, but if you actually listen to it in order, this is creme de la creme storytelling.
I was gonna say, does it have like song, then like a little skit or something? Remember, like
there is some.
Like, know how we grew up, and a lot of the albums were kind of like that. You know what I mean? Where it was like song, little skit, song. Like I love that. So you could listen and not skip. Ahead on your CD.
There is some, and they are tied into the songs and to continue the storyline. There's a whole thing with Chris Rock on there that's hilarious.
No shit.
Yeah. It's pretty damn funny. It's Chris Rock on the phone talking to his girlfriend about why did she cheat on me with Kanye West and all this thing. It's hilarious. It's pretty damn funny.
I mean, it probably was, if not the best or one of the best Valentine's Day presents the world got then, right?
Is that it came on the 14th or 15th?
It said the 14th on Wikipedia, so.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
I believe it. I think he had to change the cover of it as well. Did you see the original cover? It's still a painting, but they made him change it.
So what I'm seeing is just like orange with a bunch of...
let me see.
It's just like orange with a bunch of writing that just says "Life of Pablo." Is everything that pops up?
Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of his other album.
Yeah, it was just.
I'm thinking of my beautiful twisted dark fantasy.
It almost looks like somebody made the album with Windows 95 clip art.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds like him.
Yeah. Where is it here? I will show you real quick. It's for anybody that wants to see it and it doesn't feel like Google, and you shouldn't have to leave the podcast to come in here, but this is This is it. The Life of Pablo.
Yeah. If I remember, I need to make sure this is the right album. Yeah. Okay, so this is the one that after the whole he went on stage and was just like, "I'll let you talk, Taylor," but Beyonce.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That
So
was
little while he has a song on this album where he starts off with, "To all you." I'm gonna change N words to people. To all you people that know me best, I still think me and Taylor might still have sex. I made that bitch famous. Bitch famous. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. But yeah, I mean, as far as it's mostly hip hop this year.
Yeah.
There was a couple of rock songs. I think Volbeat had that one song come out with the Devil's Bleeding Crown. Not really a hit. I just like it.
Yep.
I don't know if you know Volbeat, Danish rock band.
The name sounds familiar. I couldn't.
If I could, they're a mixture between punk rock and Elvis. The guy's voice sounds like he's doing a version of Elvis. And then one day I looked him up, and sure enough, he has a giant Elvis picture on his forearm. I'm like, okay, I get it now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've heard a couple of his things.
Yeah.
I just looked it up.
I like him, but yeah.
And you love crooners. Not saying
I
he's
love
one.
fucking. Elvis not a crooner. First off, let's get that out of the way.
Just
he stole rock and roll from black people, but he's not crooning that. I'll tell you that much. He hated crooning so much, he stole from the black man. He said, "I'm not doing it."
Elvis, the anti-crooner.
Yeah, that's it for music, dude. I'm trying to see. I mean,
that's better than I thought, to be honest with you. I mean, not that I'm not trying to be one of those old people. Music was better in my day. That was pretty good stuff. I mean,
well, we're getting into this is the end of hip hop. Hip hop's about to be dead.
I know it
You give it 1 or 2 more years, and then hip hop's pretty much dead. And then now it's all. Will this play on TikTok? All the new, I don't know how dialed in you are into the new hip hop coming out.
Not dialed in.
If they're like a new artist, not like a Kendrick or somebody that's been around for a while, if they're like a new artist, they're putting out 2 minutes tops.
Ugh.
It's a verse, and it's probably not that good, but the hook is catchy as shit. It's all hook based. You know why? Tiki-talkie. That's why.
Short attention span, short form.
But if you can have a song go viral, boom, 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 boom.
What's nice though now is a lot of the social media stuff is starting to stop pushing short form, and they're really going to start rewarding long form again. Is what I've been told. So let's get our brains back in the long form. It's good for people like us.
Oh, also get your brains back in crypto because shit is popping the fuck off.
That's what they say.
Yeah, because someone forgot he had, they gave you $5 during the Super Bowl that one year. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I just reopened that app and doing all right.
Hey, yo.
Doing okay. I bought some more of some shit that, who's good at that shit, by the way?
Who's that?
Old Max.
Oh, I could see him being that guy.
Max told me to buy something almost a year ago, and I bought a little bit. I'm a dumbass. Yep. And it fucking 5 times itself. And he's like, "How much did you buy?" I was like, "Only $20." He's like, "Dog." He's like, "I put 200 in, and I got like $5,000." I'm like, "Son of a bitch."
Yeah, that's way better than throwing it away on some parlays. You listen to people out there.
I think
I heard somebody go on a. There was who was it? Somebody went off on a whole sports betting, friggin' parlays, how stupid you guys are, and the billions and billions of dollars that are being lost by people just on online sports gambling. It is, and a lot of the focus was just on New Jersey and it being a smaller state and how many millions and billions New Jersey residents have lost on bets and the amount of bets that are coming in as parlays because DraftKings on their social media, if you check their stuff, they're going, look at this person won that. And it is just blatant lies and made up images that they're putting. Like this person put this down, and it was a plus 2,000 bet. They did this to win this, and there's no way physically possible that parlay could be plus 2,000. Just no way.
So how are they getting away with it legally?
I mean, you could put.
How hard is it to start your own gambling thing?
I'd have to imagine pretty big. I mean, not hard to start a social media stuff doing it, but I mean, it's no different than just doctoring images. It's not. They're not saying go bet this right now. They're just saying look at this person won, and it's not a user. It's not a whatever, and it's just games, and that's clean. And I mean, unless they're throwing some crazy like boosts and stuff like that, there's no way. And people in the comments, they see it. They're like, "Oh, cool, just another DraftKings, fake image, this and that." But it's getting people. Even if it's not real, they're getting people to go, "Okay, I'm gonna go try a parlay, regardless."
Yeah,
Sucker.
I don't want to start a social media thing.
You want to start an actual betting company?
Yeah. How do you get a fucking room full of people in poker tables with webcams, and people just start pouring money into your shit? Because I know it works. I know that people do it daily.
Yeah, I know. There's so many regulations on gambling, and definitely state to state, and this and that.
We'll go overseas, get some fucking Romanian women to do it for cheap. I don't want
anything to do with it. I love gambling. I had to stop gambling. I loved it so much.
No, but they send us the money, dude. This rules. We're gambling on ourselves at this point, dude.
All right, let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk to some Romanian people. Let's go. We'll get the what are their names? The Andrew Tate. Yeah, we'll get the Tate brothers in on it. I think they live in Romania.
Okay.
No rules.
I'm in.
All right.
Let's go. Speaking of sports, let's go over the major sports champs of 2016. We got the Super Bowl. The Denver Broncos defeat the Carolina Panthers. It's weird to think that the Carolina Panthers were in the Super Bowl, but
yeah.
Shout out Denver. I think it was Super Bowl 50 as well, so little milestone for the NFL. And I went to Denver. Brandon J. McDermott was loving life in 2016 as a Broncos fan. NBA Finals, Cleveland defeats Golden State. MVP is LeBron James.
That was a big series. I remember that.
That was a big one. Yeah, it went 7 games.
Yeah.
That was good. Good year for the Chicago Cubs as well. Ended the 108-year-old drought, defeating the Cleveland Indians.
Yeah.
In 7 games as well. Could you imagine if that goddamn city wins an NBA championship and an MLB championship? That would have sucked.
What are you talking about? The Cleveland? Oh, yeah. That would have been,
That would have sucked.
My dad was pumped on the Cubs. My dad's from Chicago originally, so he was pumped. Like, he had a phone case of the Cubs for like 2 years after that. He was all back. He was back.
I was pumped for the Cubs. And to have that, I mean, I'm a Pittsburgh guy, so, baseball is pretty much irrelevant for me. That's my favorite sport. But anytime you can see that, and even, when the Red Sox, they broke the curse, just cool to see, because eventually the Pirates are going to have a curse like that, and it's going to be broken. I mean, they've already haven't won it since '79, so we're approaching some longer years. But NHL was a good year for me. Pittsburgh Penguins defeated the Sharks in 6 games to be Stanley Cup champions. In college sports, you had Alabama, Roll Tide baby, beat Clemson 45-40 in a hell of a college football game. Men's basketball, hated this one. Villanova defeated the North Carolina Tar Heels. I'm a Carolina guy. It was the trail. You always have to defend the trail. Guy comes in, dishes it back to Jenkins for 3 in the game. Trail is when they follow the play.
Yeah.
So they dribble hard, kick it back to the trail. Trail was wide open, hits the 3 to win it. Good shot. Good play. But you always got to defend the trail, kids. And WWE, formerly known as the WWF, formerly known as the WWF. I think there was a bunch of W's at one point. World Heavyweight Champion Triple H won the title at Royal Rumble 2016, but then later lost it to Roman Reigns.
Yeah, and then he held on to it for, I don't know, still has it. Right.
Dean Ambrose held the title after Money in the Bank.
You know what Money in the Bank is, dude?
No idea.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of it. I can tell you that. I looked at my bank account the other day.
Money in the Bank is essentially you win a match, and you have a briefcase that says Money in the Bank on it. You can cash that in at any time to fight the guy who has the heavyweight title, the heavyweight championship title.
Is that a newer thing? That always hasn't been around, right?
It's been around for,
Has it?
I don't know.
A while.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been at least 20 years. And then so if the championship it just ended and the champ is beat up pretty hardcore at the end of the match, Dean Ambrose could essentially run out there and cash in his Money in the Bank and say, all right, time for us to fight, and that person has to fight right there.
No shit. So
It's
Edge was the first winner of the WWE's Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania 21 in 2005.
Yeah, it's been around a while. Yeah.
He beat out Chris Jericho, Kane, Shelton Benjamin, Christian, and Chris Benoit to
Chris
become
Jericho.
the inaugural
Shout out Chris Benoit.
Mr. Money in the Bank.
Somehow his name comes up a lot in my life.
Educational show we are.
What's it called? Chris Jericho. He's the one. His Money in the Bank was his idea.
Ooh.
So just a little bit.
He couldn't even win it.
Yeah. It's sacrifices.
Great
you make.
idea. We'll put you in there. You're not winning this.
Yeah,
shit.
you're not really a name.
Yeah.
I'm noticing the UFC thing you got here, the MMA.
Yeah, threw it in there.
Interesting year for the Diaz Conor. I don't remember them fighting twice in the same year. That's nuts. I remember the fights; they were huge.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know that. I did not remember them happening in the same year. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what according to the search that I did. That it, pretty wild.
Poor Conor. He just got convicted.
Yeah. Summer Olympics, of 2016 was in Rio de Janeiro. Michael Phelps, baby, 5 gold and a silver. And then the Bolt completed the triple. He wins gold in the 100, the 200, and the 4x100 relay. Was
that like his debut?
I don't know if it was his debut, but anytime he was in the Olympics, he just completely dominated.
But had we heard of him in 2016? Because I remember one year, all of a sudden, we know who this really fast dude is.
His first Olympics was 2004. In 2008, he won the 100 sprint, 200, and this and that. He won gold here. So I think 2008 was probably, but he first competed in the 200 in 2004. He was eliminated in the first round.
Where's
Finished
he from?
third in his, was it Jamaica?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, so 2004 was his first. And then 2008 is when he won some stuff and broke some records. Then he did London 2012 and Rio 2016.
Yeah, whatever year he did, amazing. That's the only reason we know about some Jamaican guy, right?
Other than bobsled.
Then you beat me to it. It's because he had an egg in his fucking pants. I need to get that movie.
Yeah, what an awesome.
I need to show that one to the kids.
Yes, you do. Also, just real quick before we go into movies, that would have been the perfect segue, but this was something that was a craze. Was Pokemon Go was huge in 2016.
Did you play?
No, I had it on there because I think I talked about it before, but I bought a whole bunch of Pokemon Go style domains and flipped them. And the biggest one that I made money on was PokemonGoDeath.com because people were dying. And we started doing news articles, and then I got approached, bought it for $9-10, sold it for a couple $100.
Nice.
But yeah, we did a bunch of, there was a bunch of weird variations that I did sell and make money that were very interesting. The adult industry had a big thing for Pokemon Go. So I sold some domains that had some things with that.
That rhymed with go. That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm. A lot of interesting things.
I'm still sitting on fidgetspinnerworldchampionship.com. So if anybody wants to buy that.
Ooh. Euban was a big Pokemon Go guy. I think he still plays it. I think that's the only form of exercise he gets.
That must have been the person that I just talked to about Pokemon Go. I played it for I don't know, a week or two, and then apparently people still play it.
Yeah, I think he still does. I think he uses it as an excuse to bond with the kids. I'm pretty sure he just loves it. And he brought it up on a different show when people were getting mugged and stuff on Pokemon Go in Chicago. And places like that. People are going to these hot spots or whatever it is. The only reason that I remember having to download the app, because at the place that I worked at the time, which was a hospital, ended up being some kind of hotspot somehow. So tons of people were coming into the hospital to get on the Wi-Fi and to get Pokemon stuff. They were trying to like walk through the friggin' hospital and stuff to the point where we had to get like security involved. We had to mix up the way that the public internet worked. It was a bunch of fucking work because of Pokemon Go, and I remember hating
Couldn't they just
it.
sue? Couldn't you just sue Pokemon Go?
Probably could have, but the
You
hospital
want to take
lawyers
on that
were tied up.
machine that is Nintendo?
No, and the hospital lawyers were probably pretty tied up because at some point they had an employee who stole kids and did terrible things. They had a doctor that was in the ER that turned out wasn't actually a doctor. There was a lot of legal stuff in headlines. Maybe not the same year, 2016, but pretty close. There was bigger fish to fry, as they say.
I mean, how great. Maybe that guy did it. I got to word this right. Maybe that guy's the guy who set up the Pokemon Go super spot.
I'm
right?
wondering.
He's like, listen, let's just bring the kids to me.
That you would think that, but unfortunately, obviously, the whole situation is fucking terrible, and I hope this guy gets what he deserves. He was going after Amish community children.
Okay,
no technology.
There's a story about this. Apparently, they do that the other way around too. You ever heard of this?
I've heard rumblings, but never in my area. And what's even crazy, if something happens to said children in very terrible situations, they are actually forced to leave the family after this happens because just the way that their religion and shit were.
I've heard it differently because there's so much. There's not a lot of new members showing up to the clan. You know what I mean? So I heard about like in Pennsylvania, like there's all these rumors about the Amish will just swipe kids and then they just become part of the family.
In our area, when said scenarios happen, not the stealing or whatever, but when families or groups or whatever they're called are getting too close to the inbred, they actually will pay men to come in to perform and add some extra genes or whatever it is to there. And apparently, I had a buddy that was going to consider it was pretty good money. And the husband will have to watch, and you only get paid if pregnancy happens.
Oh, well, I mean, it depends on the way it looks, all right? I'm
gonna say not great.
Well, I mean, I'll take her out on a little second Rumspringa.
Well, I'll tell you what, when scenario happens again, you will be the first person that I will message.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. That's a business.
I want none of that.
Dude, just a couple of bulls out in the china shop. Let's go, dude.
All right, before we do that, the prices of things. Let's do that, and then we'll do some movies. That's a weird segue. Price of gas was $2.14. I'm interested in this one. And I think maybe they will because it's long ago, but it's not that long ago for the prices, so it's kind of fun to see that.
This is Trump V1, dude.
V1, baby.
Yeah.
Dozen egg was $1.33. Milk was $3.18. Loaf of bread was about $1.98. The average home price was $234,000 compared to about $400,000 to $500,000 now. There's a guy in this studio that's looking at new houses. Lucky you. The average movie ticket price was $8.65. To buy a smartphone, an iPhone 7 launched at $649. Streaming prices, Netflix was $9.99 a month for HD. Now it's about $15-16.
That's for HD. It costs you about $20 for 4K.
Yeah,
which isn't really true 4K.
Not true 4K, but they're selling the shit out of it. And what do you watch in 4K? You watch movies. It took 48 minutes, but we got there. And I pulled up just, Wikipedia list of American films in 2016. I wanted to see some of the highest grossing movies. And I was thinking, man, it's not going to probably be a great year. And this is probably a year that Gute is really going to wish that he was a part of. Why? Rogue One. Not that he's a huge Star Wars guy, but that came out. That's a pretty big one by Disney. Finding Dory came out. Classic kind of Disney movie. Captain America Civil War came out. Secret Life of Pets. The Jungle Book. Deadpool, which I'm pretty
1.
sure.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, Deadpool 1. Zootopia. Batman vs. Superman. Dawn of Justice. The Suicide Squad. And Sing were some of the highest grossing in 2016.
The first Terrifier movie?
Yep. Um,
13 hours.
Okay. Moana, which is they're redoing Moana 2 this year. That Moana came out in 2016.
Do you see the picture?
The picture of
The leaked picture, the live action Moana?
it's not live action.
Oh, you're going to want to see this. It is. So something's live action because they brought The Rock in and put him in basically a fat suit for this.
No, the new movie that's coming out is going to be just like that. I don't know if it's like cartoon. It's the same exact thing.
Oh, no, you're talking about the one that comes out in like 3 days. No. They're filming a live action Moana.
Gotcha.
Did you see that picture? We're talking about movies. We can pull this up.
Let's see. Oh, where he's like jacked as what's his face?
Imagine how crazy it is to work out your entire life to be swole as shit like The Rock, and then all of a sudden they toss you in a fat suit. Yeah. That's a suit, dude. Like he doesn't have arms like that, bro.
Yeah. Not arms like that, and he doesn't have tattoos like that. I mean, that's full commit. But yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I didn't know they were going to do the live action, but it makes sense. I mean, they're doing live action for Lion. It seems weird timing to do the one movie, then do the lot. I don't know. I don't know shit about movies, obviously, but.
Let's see. You want a cry movie, a crybaby movie?
Let's do the crybaby.
Manchester by the Sea.
Never heard of it.
If you want to be a crybaby bitch. Yeah. Hacksaw Ridge, dude.
I was gonna say that's a banger.
I'm just going through my Yoga Hosers.
The Magnificent Seven, which we talked about last week, was the original, remade in 2016.
What do we got here? Warcraft. Did you see the Warcraft? Yeah, it's based on the game.
Nah, I never played the game. Wasn't gonna watch the movie.
Okay, the movie's good.
I played it for a little bit just because I was like interested, and then I got super bored.
I'd never played the games, but the movie is really good.
Okay.
Really fucking good. And then let me see. Last but not least, we got. Did you already say Doctor Strange and Civil War?
I did not. Civil War. We mentioned. I didn't. Doctor Strange. Trolls. You got kids in the house. Trolls came out then.
You got the wrap up to 2 great series that don't get enough credit. I really like these, and they're female led, which is odd for me. You know how I feel about females. I'm gay. Resident Evil, the final chapter came out in 2016. Oh, I love I got British there for a second.
Oh, you did. Oi. Talking about Doctor Strange.
Oh, I love British stuff. That
was a touch of Australian too.
Yeah, they have. They're all prisoners. Let's see. The final chapter, Resident Evil, good. Underworld, dude.
Oh,
The Blood Wars. Both these series are great. Something about those movies, women's with guns, dude.
Something
gets me moist.
Independence Day Resurgence came out in 2016. I didn't know that they made another one.
Did not know that was a thing either. We got another Ghostbusters.
Didn't do so well. Yeah, was that the all female Ghostbusters?
In
2016.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Didn't see it. I have it.
You have it, yeah.
I have it, but I don't see it because I just like to have a complete collection. A weird movie by Jim Carrey. You probably didn't see.
Probably not.
Called Dark Crimes. Look at the cover of that one. It's old man Carrey from down the way.
Oh, shit.
A murder investigation of a slain businessman turns clues found in an author's book about an eerily similar crime based on a 2008 article, True Crimes.
Interesting. Probably not going to watch it. Star Trek Beyond, for all you Trekkies. That did pretty well, according to IMDb. Not a bad. It's a pretty
not
decent.
Terrible. Not terrible.
Not a lot of stuff that I loved, but I mean, if you're, I guess it would be a great year for nerds, right?
Yeah,
nerds and kids.
Assassin's Creed. That's another one based on a video game that came out.
La La Land did really well. I don't know. Sebastian, a pianist, and Mia, an actress, follow their passion and achieve success. That did really well.
I don't think I'm gonna like that one.
Probably not.
All right.
Bloody hell. The Handmaiden. Yeah, there's some good stuff. I mean, 2016 overall, not bad. We'll rank it. We'll get it over to Gute to rank as well. It would have been so much better if Gute was able to do his time traveling total, sponsored by Vermont Flannel. But it is what it is. We did pretty good.
I can't believe he missed the Deadpool episode.
I know. He's gonna be pissed. I don't know. Like I said, we're all busy. You know what I mean? Obviously, Burley missed some time being busy. Goot obviously missing some time.
I was self-reflecting.
It was without Ayahuasca.
Yeah, I mean, there was other stuff, but I didn't have the money to get down to the Amazon.
Mm-hmm. Remind me, speaking of Amazon and Ayahuasca, I want to tell a story. Let's travel back because this happened in 2024. Are we ready? I'm saying Amazon, but there was something. So I've been on this making way too much beef jerky train, and while you have 4 hours to kill while you're making beef jerky, I just press the Netflix button. Whatever pops up, I just press OK, and it's got a background. But we put something up there the other day while making jerky, and it was this crazy story of a plane crash. I'm pretty sure maybe in the Amazon, maybe it's not. But there was a pilot, a mom, and a bunch of kids, like 4 kids, from 11 months old to like 13. The kids survive. Everybody else dies. They're in the jungle, right? And then the army and the indigenous people who hate each other because the army did some shit to them, obviously this and back and forth, they almost have to work together to try to find these kids. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but the native indigenous people or whatever that lived in the jungle, know the jungle and stuff like that, they started to do the ayahuasca or whatever to try to really connect with it, to try to find the kids. And it is an unbelievable story that I can't believe I've never heard. And I think it happened within the last couple of years, but they put this out there. It is wild, dude.
What's the name of it?
Let's see here. Let me see if I can find it real quick. The Lost Children.
Oh, that was easy.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, they went through there. Like I said, I don't know exactly when it happened, but it's out there, and that's all I'm going to say, because if you want to check it out, it is very devastating. It is unbelievable. Whew. Don't go to the Google, though, because it is going to tell you. It's kind of like maybe getting on there and Googling The Sixth Sense, and you kind of know what happens at the end. But if you get it on and watch it.
Did you just spoil it just by saying that? Just now?
Did I?
I was literally going to check it out today.
All I'm telling you is don't Google it.
All right, I won't Google it. I'll just go. It's on Netflix, right?
It's on Netflix. It's pretty trending. It has to be, because, like I said, I just go bloop, 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 and then whatever plays, and I make beef jerky. So.
Yeah, Do you have just one profile on Netflix? I know we need to wrap up, but
no.
How many do you have?
4-ish, maybe. I'd say. I think there's mine. Then the kids, the older kid has one. The wife has one.
No. I'm just talking about you. How many do you personally have?
Like, how many do I pay for? 1.
No. Like, I know your kids have their own profile on there. Like, I have 2.
I just have 1.
Okay, I have 2. I have dad, and then I have drunk dad. Just 2 different things. One of them really likes serious movies and shit, and the other one wants to watch documentaries and scary stuff.
Okay. No, I just have the 1. That's pretty funny, though. And to be honest, I don't really watch it a ton. It's just been lately while I'm sitting around, and in winter time when there's less chaos, I guess, and we're cooped up, we'll try to get that going. But
nice.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Speaking of get going, let's get out of here. We're all adults, and we know how YouTube and we know how podcasts, we know everything goes with all the friends of the show. Just read the descriptions. Take 2 seconds. Go do them. We love them. They're good people. If they weren't good people and good companies that we love, we wouldn't support them and rock them. So go check them out in the descriptions. But that's all we got. Goop. Up, down, left, right. Hope you're good, buddy. And rest in pieces. Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Penises.
All of them. So Burley, can't thank you enough. Make sure you guys go check out the Ragin' Village podcast with Burley and Max, a Alpha Bravo Victor. You see what I did there?
Vagina. Cool. I was hoping for something like that. Vagina.
That's all we got. See you next week. Have a good Thanksgiving. Eat some ham. F turkey. It's dry, just like some of your sense.
Oh, this was a Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah, we just recorded the whole Stay Out of My Fridge, which loves food talk, and we didn't realize it was coming out till Thanksgiving till there was 2 minutes left of the show. Life comes at you quick when you don't have show notes. But either way, that's all we got.
Hug an Indian.
Hug them all. Goodbye.